Hi beautiful souls, Denise Jarvie here. Wherever and whenever you are, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met yet, I am thrilled that you're here. My mission is to create a space where you can bring your soul wisdom to light. Today we're exploring 5 ways that your soul communicates with you. You may not be aware that I have a new deck called the Secret Language of Darkness. And it's already arrived in Australia. And for those of you that are tuning in from elsewhere, it'll be reaching you in the next few months. And I can't wait for you to experience it. So to get you ready to work with the deck, I want to take a moment to strengthen the relationship that you have with your soul, your authentic soul self. The Secret Language of Light deck, which came out in 2019, has been such a blessing, and I am deeply grateful to everyone who has worked with it. It was designed to support you as you begin awakening to a more authentic way of living. Now, just to be clear, there's no right or wrong way to live your life. We all have our unique paths to walk. But here's the thing, trying to live by someone else's truth that doesn't resonate with you just doesn't feel right. And I know this from experience. For years, I was busy doing what others told me would make me happy, because my inner world was very different to others around me. So I thought it was sort of wrong, and I pushed it down and took on the ideas of the majority around me. I ignored the "don't go there" bells ringing in my head, and I turned red flags into green ones because I was too scared to let go of the beliefs I had built my life around. And let me tell you, I definitely tried to convince myself I was doing the right thing. But if you have to keep telling yourself that, well, you might be trying to talk yourself into something. Talk yourself into something that your soul doesn't really resonate with. It wasn't until I hit my late 20s that I began meditating to cope with stress. And that led me to awaken to a whole new way of living. And here's something I realized. Awakening is not a one-time event, it's ongoing. And we're mastering life as we go on. As you awaken, outdated beliefs fall away. Each layer that dissolves creates space for new perspectives. And here's the magic, when you're aligned with your soul, anything that doesn't resonate with your new path will make itself known. Then you'll have the opportunity to heal, release, and move forward in a lighter way. And that brings us to today's topic, soul communication. So your soul has so many ways to communicate with you. And today I'm going to share 5 ways that helped me so that you can start noticing those transmissions around you. First up, we have gut feelings and intuition. Your soul is like a GPS, always guiding you toward what you need to create your desires. If you don't listen, your soul doesn't judge, it just simply reroutes, like a GPS giving new directions. Your soul also adapts. So the next time you get that gut feeling, write it down, take note of how it feels. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns, and before you know it, you'll be starting to act on that inner knowing. Check out the insight card from the Secret Language of Light. I'll provide the link in the description box below to the meditation from the masterclass. Dreams are another way that your soul communicates with you. Not with words, but with vibrations. When you recall a dream, you translate the vibes into pictures and sound with a narrative. Dreams are an incredible insight into your soul truth, whether nocturnal or waking dreams. Different types of dreams offer their own benefits. Pleasant or wish fulfillment dreams soften your resistance to positive outcomes. So what you experience in your dreams feels more possible in reality. Reoccurring dreams repeat themselves with minor variations because something remains unresolved in your life. A resolution will bring them to an end. Prolific dreams tap into the vibrational world that precedes the physical. Nightmares can be any or a combination of these dreams and be a response to buried trauma or ignored situations. They alert you to thought patterns or beliefs that hold you in fear and are a chance to face your worries. In daydreams and lucid dreams, you are aware that you're dreaming. Both enable the dreamer to be an active participant. Taking control of your dreams by flying away from a threat or leaping beyond an obstacle can turn nightmares into welcome adventures. This can have a tremendous real-world benefit. So pay attention to your dreams and because they're revealing even more insights. So try this. Make a space in your journal for dream work or have a separate dream journal. And place it next to your bed with a pen or pencil. You can also use your phone or another electronic device. Before you sleep, say to yourself, "My intention tonight is to sleep well so I wake up completely refreshed and renewed. If something important happens in my dream time, I will recall it easily." So before you get up, as you lie in a beautiful fresh state of being awake, breathe gently for a few minutes and think about the dreams that you remember. So if a dream comes forward, relax and think about how you felt during the dream. The way you feel about it will give you much more information than if you interpret the details. This is actualizing the dream rather than interpreting it. If you awaken from a nightmare, just take a few breaths and let any fear pass. And rather than worry or distress, just allow your body and mind and your heart to calm and feel appreciation for the message, because the dream may be informing you of something unwanted, where you have barriers to your desires. Now let's explore light language. When I refer to light, my perception is the divine radiance that raises our awareness of soul truth and connects us to all things. The language of light illuminates the pathway to harmony and soul connection. And it may use sacred geometry, colour and sound vibrations to relay enlightening information. Sacred geometry contains perfect mathematical equations that prompt us to create a life filled with soul love. These divine icons include the overlapping circles of the flower of life and the triangles of the Sri Yantra. We don't have to know or understand the equations contained within these symbols to connect with them. All colours and sounds contain a unique aspect of light. We instinctively resist or embrace specific colours and tones. So focus on colours and sounds that feel right and observe, perhaps explore, any that you feel resistant to. I believe our soul is all around us as well as inside. And as we expand our consciousness and growth, we expand into our soul that is always there. We don't have to create it, make it, or raise to it. We just have to let go of what isn't us or you, and you will automatically become the truth of you. Light language is rich and diverse, so that we can choose to work and play with the range that resonates with our heart and mind, and that illuminates our soul truth. The language of light is shining upon you right now. It's gracing you with a way to create a path toward all you desire. Open your heart to receive, and the next steps will flow into your mind. Soul transmissions flow from the language of light. These subtle waves of energetic information are unique to your soul, and your soul is sending you the information that will lovingly illuminate your truth. Meditation is a really great way to tune in and recognize your heart truth and become the wisdom of your soul and beyond. Anything that brings you into a neutral, balanced state will also align your energy. Once you learn to tune in, the transmissions will become louder and clearer. It's like a personal radio station broadcasting just for you, and your job is to adjust your dial so that you can receive your soul's transmissions. You'll know when you're tuned in by the way it feels. Your body will relax, it will feel pleasing, loving, and encompassing, and like a big yes or ding will reverberate through you. Energy may ripple or tingle up and down your spine, head, or around your hips. The hair may stand up on your arms or the back of your neck. Fleeting light-headedness or intuitive messages may be experienced as you awaken to the higher aspects of you. Did you know your soul has a name? Mine is Astar. Having a soul name personalizes your communications with your higher self. And as we are learning to really know ourselves, I believe our minds find it easier to communicate with a name rather than a concept. Your soul name is a point of reference where you can meet your soul transmissions. Using a soul name also makes it easier to recognize the feeling of your soul. When I'm focused on feeling Astar, it is like having a natural conversation with myself, full of insight, knowings, and deeper conclusions. In my Secret Language of Light deck, there's a meditation to help you discover your own soul name. I'll link the video that I recorded in the description box below. These are just a few of the ways that your soul communicates with you. The more you tune in, the clearer those messages become. The Secret Language of Light is a tool to support you awakening to your soul truth. And the Secret Language of Darkness is a tool to help you dive even deeper into these realms of understanding, to lighten the load so that you can move toward your dreams even quicker. I'm so excited for you to work with these decks and discover more about your soul's language. So let me pull a card from each to see what message we need to know today. All right, so let's get the Secret Language of Darkness first. Now, in the Secret Language of Darkness is this spread that I'm about to do. So it's explaining you can choose one from the Darkness deck and one from the Light deck. Okay, so always shuffle for as long as you feel you need to shuffle. I always like to fan the cards out when I'm just choosing one card, and then just choose one. Okay, let's put that down there, and then I'll choose one from the Light deck. So, if you find that some people find that these cards are a little bit big and a bit hard to shuffle, that's okay. You can just put them on the table and just move them around and then just choose one that feels right for you. Okay, that feels right. Let's fan them out and we'll choose that one there. Okay, so from the Darkness deck, I chose anger. And from the Light deck, I chose sensitivity. So if I'm going to put them together, Sensitivity is something that sometimes people see as a negative. I actually see it as a superpower, because in being sensitive, you can get clearer with what you don't like so that you can focus on what you do like. So being sensitive helps you to really clarify and hone in on the and focus on the things that you really like. If we're not sensitive to things, and sensitive also means activating your senses. So we have our physical senses that interpret the outside world, and we have our psychic senses which interpret the energetic world. So that's also what being sensitive means as well. I love the rose in the middle here because it's a little bit of a reminder that the rose is a beautiful flower. It has the most beautiful aroma, but it has thorns. And so if any thorns come up in your life, it's just a little reminder that there's also beauty attached to it as well. And so really connect to the sensitivity of yourself, and don't see it as something that is negative. I'm so sensitive. Because if something is triggering you, that's helping you to understand what it is that may be holding you back. So from the sensitivity, we also have anger. So maybe it is, anger for me always comes up when I feel like I've lost something, or I feel like something's been taken away from me. And if something has gone away, it means it was ready to leave. And I understand that can make us angry, and it can make you feel really hurt. And there's this feeling of, somebody needs to pay for this. Someone needs to pay for me feeling so bad. But of course, often the anger comes up because we've put so much energy into something, and then it's either gone away or we've lost it. And so there's no way to bring balance to it. It's going to stay out of balance. And, often people will say, I'll just feel better when I can find the reason for why anything was, or I can get closure. But of course, sometimes we can't get closure in situations. So anger, if anger comes up, generally underneath it will be hurt or fear. And of course, that hurt or fear is coming up because your sensitivity, the way that you're sensing it, is it feels a bit raw, and it's coming up because these are things that are holding you back from where you need to go. So today, if you feel angry, this is not about pushing it down. This is not about, I can't feel angry. I shouldn't be feeling angry because, just light and love. Well, we can do light and love with anger. But just know that if you're feeling angry, you need to feel the anger. Feel it. And know when you're angry. Because sometimes what we think is anger might be anxiety, or it might be pain, or it might be something. But often we're so busy trying to run away from emotions that we don't like, that we don't stop to really understand what's triggered it and why it's there. And that's what sensitivity card does. It really helps you to get clear with that. So go easy on yourself. If you're feeling overly sensitive, ask yourself why. Remove yourself from the situation if you're feeling overwhelmed. And, always find a way back to balance first, and then ask yourself why if you're feeling overwhelmed. And if that's moving you towards anger, if you're feeling angry, and whether that anger is going externally or internally, just take a breath and stop. Count to 10. You know, it's an old thing that people say. If you're angry, just stop and count to 10. Because what that does is it starts to bring the energy down, and allowing you then to find balance so that you can see the whole picture instead of just seeing one side, the side that's hurting you, pushing a button with the anger. And then just ask yourself, okay, what triggered the anger? Where is this anger in me, and what's it trying to tell me? Have a communication with it, like we were talking about the soul communicating with you. Communicate with your emotions, communicate with anger, communicate with sensitivity, and ask them what it is they want you to know. Thank you so much for being here today. I really hope this information helps to make your life flow easier. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications if you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week for more soul guidance, and until then, stay connected to your beautiful inner self. And be kind, be curious, and dream big. I'll see you next week for some more goal guidance. Be kind. I've forgotten what I say.